Go live. ठीक है. Okay, all of you. ये रुक क्यों गया? प्लीज ओके, ठीक है. Okay, let's start off now. Hi, all of you. Good afternoon. Online, can you all confirm? Nadia. Oh, I know you, Nadia. Welcome again. Vinay, Nikita. Okay, nice. Good afternoon. Okay, offline students, can we settle down now? Right now. So I'm assuming that most of you are preparing for 25. Anybody for 26? Can you raise your hand? There'll be 3-4 of you probably. Anybody for 26 attempt? Hi, Shaikh. Online, anybody for 26 attempt? The workshop is relevant for you too. Okay. Hello, Karan. Hello, Bashir. Kripti. Hi, all of you. Is relevant for you also if 26 attempt, but 25 is what I am focusing for now. Excellent, fine. Now see, yeah, please can we have attention, all of you? I think this workshop perhaps is the most important workshop in your preparation schedule. If I had my way, I would start off all your sessions, whether you join a test series, you join a GS or optional, or even before you plan to dive into the examination, I believe this is the most important one for you. And I do this once or twice a year. I did this last time in the January for the students appearing 24, and I'm doing it again after 1 year for those of you preparing for 25. One question to all of you here, that when you decide 2025 is attempt, what is the basis of your planning? आपने क्या सोच के डिसाइड किया कि मैं 25 में एग्जामिनेशन दूंगा या दूंगी? What was the basis? What did you see? What did you evaluate? Who have you been talking to? Who have you been listening to? कोई किताब पढ़ा आपने? 25 attempt का reason क्या है? What tells you? It's like I have to go to some place and I tell my person or the person I will meet, I'll meet you in 10 minutes. When I say 10 minutes, उसका basis क्या है? Do I know the road to go there? Am I aware of the traffic to reach there? Or do I know how much time it takes? Yeah, ऐसे एक random होता उठाकर. Okay, like you know, whenever my wife asked me, where am I? And when am I reaching home? My answer is just 2 minutes. And that 2 minutes can mean, okay, anything. 2 minutes for a watch which has slowed down or stopped completely. Okay, it can mean 2 hours, it can half an hour. एक random time होता है. This is a question to all of you, and I'll want all of you, please keep some pen, paper handy with you. We'll do some work here. Okay, so you all write down that your target year is 25, okay, attempt. And when you say 25 attempt, I presume that you want to qualify in 25 attempt. You have, starting from today, you have approximately 1.5 years. 1.5 साल आपके पास है. तो आपने जो भी सोचा होगा, I hope you don't say 25 attempt is my trial attempt. 25 is your qualifying attempt where you want to get a rank and be done with it. So लिख लो आप लोग सबको पेज में, the 25 is my attempt to qualify. And do ask one question to yourself. Just write down, what is the basis, and put a question mark. What is the reason why you think 25 should be attempted? Just write down that sentence and I'll take you forward. Let's start off. Now, before I start off, I believe you all know this movie more or less. Okay, this is the photograph from the movie Border, and this is the actual man who was represented by this movie about that famous polo India-Pakistan standoff where they fought back an entire battalion. Okay, and this is from the movie Mangalyaan, and this Tom Cruise, all-time favorite for quite many of us. The movie is Mission Impossible. Okay, what's common in this is there is a do-or-die element in this. A high intensity is there in this, and that's why I call this workshop as the Mission 25 workshop. ठीक है, इसको याद रखें, and I'll come back on this again. So IAS 25. Now, what will we be doing today? We will identify हमारा goal क्या है. So most of you, the goal is 25, and I will help you plan a roadmap also. कि आपको करना कैसे काम है. Okay, roadmap, and what Edukemy can do to support you. Some of you have heard me talk this language. That one of the disturbing things for me is this examination is not a regular exam. All of us know that. All of us know this is one of the toughest. When you join the examination, you also know कि मुझे बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा. And I'm sure when you started off, you must have told yourself, oh, I will study 10 hours or 8 hours or whatever hours. And you also know there is high degree of failure in this. 6-7 lakh students appear. IAS बनते हैं 100-200 of them if you have reservations. In the list, 1,000 of you enter the list. And the preparation takes 1.5 years, even for a good first attempt. Many of you will qualify after second or third attempt. Some of you will keep on mechanically appearing for fifth attempt also. We're looking at what? Looking at least 2, 3, 4 years here. Okay, I mean mentally आप prepare होते हो कि चलो यार 2 साल लगेगा whatever, and it is expensive. Okay, the books, the coaching, some of you will come to Delhi, stay here, and you'll park entire career. All of you are graduates, or some of you will become graduates. आप सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के आप 2-3 साल डालने वाले हो. Okay, and it is emotionally draining, and perhaps in your life this is going to be one of the most important decisions of your life. Okay, and इतना बड़ा decision लेते हो आप लोग. My complaint is, why do you jump into this mechanically? In such a big decision, you should have spent 4 or 5 months researching about it, talking to people, doing your planning. For most of you, the planning is which institute to join. Okay, you don't think on कि आप जब जाएंगे institute, कौन पढ़ाएगा, what will be taught, what will be your work. Many of you do not take a planned decision. You just jump into it. And God willing, you guys will qualify, some of you 2-3 years में. You are district leaders, policy makers. How can you be so naive? How can you be so careless? कि आप एग्जाम को नहीं समझ रहे हो, क्या डिमांड है समझ नहीं रहे हो, सिलेबस समझ में नहीं आता आपको, you have not seen the question paper. That's one constant complaint from my side. And then you come in, are upset about, sir, ye nahi hua, wo nahi hua. That's why I'm saying this workshop is perhaps the most important workshop. I do this workshop twice a year. So for some of you, this is the initiation to start off with. So be attentive on this. But remember, this planning thing is the most critical thing, okay? So a roadmap and what we will do. Now, there is this story, some of you have heard this maybe, Alice in the Wonderland. The story of a girl who goes down a rabbit hole and something happens and she is running, looking for a way out. And while she's running, she comes across a rabbit. Okay, and she's lost. She asks the rabbit, "Where does this road go?" The rabbit doesn't answer. She asks again, "Where does this road go?" The rabbit says, without looking up, he says, "Where do you want to go?" The girl Alice says, "I do not know." The rabbit answers, "Then it doesn't matter where the road goes." अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है आपको जाना कहां है, if you do not have your goals with you, then how does it matter आप कहां पर हो? जहां जाना चाहो आप लोग. So this is a metaphor into that whenever you start a work, and particularly something as important as what you are doing right now, you better know your goals very well. Okay, so I'm starting my conversation there. Successful में बहुत important part होता है to have a goal and to plan for it. Your success will not depend on your skills alone. It depends on how you use your skills. This one of the days I was telling one student, in terms of cricket skills, a brilliant genius is Sachin Tendulkar. But in one of the matches in series, he constantly was getting out while playing the off drive. वो खेल लेता वो out हो जाता. And his high skills. So in one of the series, he decided that मैं offside में खेलूंगा ही नहीं. And the ballers were prepared to ball offside में, he drives and he'll go out. Pura match, he did not play a single shot on the offside. And if you know about planning strategy, this World Cup, I give an example to you. If you talk in terms of skills, India was very skilled this time. But what defeats India is a planned strategy of Australia. So goal rakho plus plan karo. And an exam of this kind, I believe, your planning has to be very sharp. You must exactly know what you must do, what you must not do. Once the workshop gets over, I'll request all of you to go and see the interview of Shubham. Shubham who qualified last year, rank 41 tha uska, 44 tha. And a very young boy, graduation karke qualified. And he tells you about how he had planned कि पहले बार में निकालना है. Go and see his interview on YouTube में मेरे साथ conversation है. Okay, so fine, goal and planning. Now this is an example of a simple task that you are invited to a birthday party. What are the activities? Activities are route option जाना कैसे है, address कहाँ पर है, you have to buy a gift, you have to get ready, dress up, you must drive your car, you must assess कि petrol है या नहीं है गाड़ी में. Birthday party is the goal ultimately. What route to take? ये activities है. Now, if I plan this, I get something of this kind. That I must know the birthday party है, I must know the date, I must know where to go, I must know how much time I have, and then what routes I must take, गाड़ी में petrol कितना है, decide the route, dress up, drive your car, and whatever. This is a typical planning for simple tasks like going to a party. If I use the analogy here, this is what you are doing generally. That you should first have your goal. Goal is not clear examination. That is a higher level goal. A goal hoga, okay, which is GS complete karna hai. One goal could be optional complete karna hai. One goal could be that I have to go and join some institute and what I must do for that. So goals can have sub-goals. You must have a goal. Your timelines must be very, very clear. कि कितना time आपके पास है. Okay. And then, what are the tasks? Okay. Because if the time is infinite, फिर task जो करना है कर लो. If the time is short, your task must get modified. You must identify what are your strengths and weaknesses. You are not in a school. You are in a coaching class or you are in a journey which demands that you evaluate yourself very, very critically. Exactly, आपके gaps क्या हैं? I can't sit, I can't concentrate, I can't write. Problems in maybe analysis. I have problems in memorization maybe. What are your strengths and skills? And then you execute, you take feedback, you again correct yourself, you again take a feedback, and this goes on as a cycle. So it is not simply that you join a course khatam kara diya. That's a very, very, I'll say, naive way of planning. Okay, this is any project management is done on these lines. So see this goal of IAS preparation, something like a project management. Iska first kaam hai, what's your goal and timeline. I call this as a clinical mindset. Your mind must not have clutter. Okay, आपको बहुत ही strategically सोचना पड़ेगा कि what am I doing, why am I doing it, towards what approach, and this thing will slowly, gradually unravel for yourself. So I have this mindset called as a clinical mindset. Okay. Now towards that, this is one of my favorite ways of explaining where you are and where you want to go. So where you are, so I'm in Jan over almost. So Feb में हम शुरू कर रहे हैं. Okay, 24 Feb, 25 and 26. This is where you are. Prelims कब है? 25 May में prelims है. Mains is September 25. Interview is 26 January. This is cycle. Okay, first attempt वाले आपका ये cycle है. And I suggest all of you draw this down, please. Draw this down, write this down. These timelines must, be fixed in your memory. You are in the month of Feb. Your prelims is in the month of May last week. September में mains होगा आपका. Okay. An interview is, and this has been the pattern, but for the COVID disruptions. Okay, have this timeline. Okay. Now on this timeline, what you must be ready is that prelims preparation is a very intense preparation. You cannot take a chance. So for most of you realize, to prepare for prelims, you need clear at least 4 months. Some of you can say 3 months, some of you can say 5 months, but 4 months is what you require for prelims. So if the prelims is in the month of May, your prelims exclusive should start from January. Some of you are giving for 24, I've told you now. You can slowly shift towards prelims now. So Jan, Feb, March, April is prelims times. And prelims or mains ke beech mein, the time is very short, just 3 months. Okay, so between prelims and mains, you cannot do too much things. Whatever you must prepare for the mains must be ready by December and January. So I say, by December, January, you have to be mains ready. What does mains ready mean? I'll explain afterwards. Some of you know it, I'll only reinforce it for all of you. So by December, January of 24, end tak, mains ready ho jao. Then you put 4 months time to prepare for prelims. After prelims, 3 months time for mains or for interview. From now to mains ready, which is December, January, the time is approximately 11 months. 11 months, give or take couple of days, मैंने कहा round off करो, around 3 into 30 कर दिया मैंने. 330 days आपके पास है to get mains ready. Okay, and whatever you do here will also be used as a part of your prelims preparation again. So keep this timeline in mind, all of you. Okay. Now on this, I said prelims and mains mein, you'll have mains. This is the right time only for mains revision. Gift test, right answer, gift test, right answer. This is not a time when you should get into a new course, starting from fresh. सब हो जाना चाहिए आपका. Okay, and from now till December is the time for GS भी करना है, optional भी करना है, current affairs भी करना है, and mains level test भी देना है. Some of you may have began a bit earlier, maybe September, August. You have some more time. Those who are beginning now, some of you are asking me, sir, GS abhi kare baad mein. I say you don't have time. You have to start now. This is the time that you have. Okay, approximately I said 11 months time to do everything right now. Okay, and then the rest follows. So this, I think all of you are clear. Write these points down and go back and relook into it, whether you want to modify in some ways or the other. Okay, this is your timelines. Now, my question to you is, when I say mains ready, what are the tasks you have to do? आप लिख सकते हो, all of you. When I'm saying that you have to get mains ready, what are the 2, 3, 4 things, okay, that should be done so that you are mains ready? It's like, I have to go and meet my friend. What are the 5 things I must do? Okay, I must make sure that I dress up well. I must make sure I have to drive so my car is ready. I must make sure that the car has a petrol. I must know the route also. Okay, I must do some tasks. So, mains ready ke liye, what are your tasks? Is my question. Online, offline, all of you, give yourself 1 or 2 minutes and write down something, please. What are the tasks? Okay, fine. Okay, tests, fine. What else? Likha aapne kuch, something? So from my side, I see there are 4 or 5 tasks. One is, you have to finish the entire syllabus. Okay, entire 100% possible hota nahi hai. 85-90% of syllabus must be done. That's one task. Done ka matlab hai, the notes are done. Okay, and you have something written for me. That's one. Number 2, the task includes that you must also read some important books. Some books are basic books and some books are reference books. Geography mein, NCERT is a basic book. Majid Hussain is a reference book. NCERTs are basic books. Maybe a book of Khuller of Indian Geography is the reference book. Difference kya hota hai? Basic book must be done thoroughly, word by word. A reference book must be done selectively. The Lakshmikant is a reference book. The basic book is NCERT. I hope you got the point here. So you have to finish the course, have notes. You must do some basic readings. You must do some advanced readings. You must do current affairs completion and learn how to include current affairs in your notes. Okay, हो गया 4 टास्क को आपका. कोर्स कंप्लीशन अपने आप करो या कोचिंग इसका जहां से करना है करो. कोर्स कंप्लीशन. योर प्रिपरेशन मस्ट बी इन योर नोट्स. तो नोट्स बनाना पड़ेगा आपको. बेसिक रीडिंग, रेफरेंस रीडिंग, करंट अफेयर्स. देन मेमोराइजेशन. ये अलग से अपने आप टास्क है. आई हैव डन एवरीथिंग बट कुछ याद नहीं है. यू हैव टू हैव टाइम टू मेमोराइज वॉट एवर यू हैव डन. मेमोराइजेशन. उसके बाद क्या है? आंसर राइटिंग यू हैव टू लर्न. नोट्स बनाया, किताब पढ़ लिया, करंट अफेयर्स कर लिया, याद हो गया, डज नॉट मीन you know how to add answers. And answers of all types. Simple answers, tricky questions, analytical answers, answer writing. Then important task is, okay, is also revision through tests. You must give tests. So these are some of the tasks. And your task also includes that you keep yourself motivated. ये भी बहुत important है. Okay. Many of us realize this. ये अपने आप में अलग सा काम है. It's like, I am feeding a baby. खाना खिलाना है. At same time, keep him happy. If he cries, he'll vomit. Okay. So keeping yourself motivated is also an important task. And I'm not counting some of the other responsibilities you may have. Family hai, friends hai, expenses issues hai. So know the tasks. Okay. Now moving on. Once you know the tasks, when I said course completion, the first is you must know the GS syllabus very well. So what I have done is, I've put GS syllabus under these 4 boxes. So आप भी लिख लेना इसको eventually. GS1, okay, geography, history, society. GS2, polity, governance, IR, social justice, development. GS3, economy, development, science, technology, environment, disaster, security. GS4, ethics, integrity. I hope you know this. Now, ये 4 papers में, I think the more critical for the first phase of preparation are these 3. Because this is something you do not need right now for the prelims. तो ये 3 आपके लिए ज़्यादा important है to give you a good base of GS. And in this, I think the more important ones are geography, history, society can wait for some time. Economy, environment, science and security can wait for some time. GS2 में polity governance, this can wait for some time. I'm largely keeping in mind your prelims preparation, completion and control. So for prelims, I can afford to do this a bit later. For prelims, I can afford to do this a bit later. For prelims, ये भी important है, okay, but it is not as critical as some of the other topics. So I have identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 as more important in the first round. Know this first. Okay. Now, in this, you also have to add optional subject. Go back to our timelines. मैंने कहा अभी से from now up to next January or December तक, how many days do you have? 330 days. Okay. What all you have to finish? GS के वो critical areas तो definitely done and optional. Now look at this. So whatever I have told you right now must be done in this bandwidth itself. That's why when I'm questioning कि when you say 25 is your attempt, आपने क्या सोच के planning किया है? And if you have planned, can you rethink on how you'll go about it? Okay? So this part is clear, all of you? Now look at this. So you have 11 months, 330 days. This is the time you have actually to prepare. Now, ये approximate time है. And I'm surprised when people go and join courses, they do not know about timelines very well. What time we will do what. My suggestion to all of you, know this. History generally takes about 60-65 days, approximately around 2.5 to 3 hours per class. Okay, 1 day, 1 class. History will take you about 60-65 days. Geography will take you approximately about 40 days. Look at all of you, write it down. This must be on your fingertips. Okay. Economy will take about 35-40 days, plus or minus 2, 3, 4 classes. Economy 35 days. Polity, including governance, can take you 40 days. Ethics, about 20 days. Okay, online, please keep jotting these points down. Okay, know these timelines, and you can always manipulate according to maybe some areas stronger. Okay, history 65 days and everything, art, culture, it includes modern India, world history, the basic, whatever you have. History 65 days plus or minus something, geography 40 days plus or minus, economy 35, polity 40, ethics 20, plus 18 areas bhi hai ultimately, social issues 15 days, science and tech about 20 days, 15-20 days, IR security again 20 days. So when I am teaching IR, we take about 10-12 days plus another 4-5 days for security. उस range में होता है. Approximately around 15, 18, 20 odd days is what you need approximately. This is just for the course completion. If you are part of an institute, some can teach you maybe 10-15 classes more, some will teach you 10-15 classes less. So this is about 200 days. आप add up करके देख लो आप. ये 200 days है, ये 55 days है. You add up 250 odd days is required for your foundation completion. ठीक है, 255 sessions you require. Each session approximately 2.5 to 3 hours. Now you require answer writing. You require to add current affairs into it. Approximately for the core areas, you need 10 days more for each. आप पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे, लिखेंगे, PYQ एनालिसिस एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो वेरी मॉडेस्टली आई एम सेइंग, आपको लगेगा एक्स्ट्रा 50 डेज लगेगा. ओके, उसके ऊपर में ऑप्शनल. ओके, मोस्ट ऑफ योर ज्योग्राफी स्टूडेंट्स, otherwise also most optional takes about 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6 months. Geography takes 6 months. PSIR will take 6 months because they're a bit more longer. Otherwise 5.5 months most optionals takes. If teachers teach in lesser time, you must ask them what is being left out, what we'll do if we must cover. You must know this. Iske upar mein you also need answer writing for it. Okay, so my guess, to control optional, you need about 7-8 months, which is foundation plus answer writing plus your notes, about 240 days. Some can take couple of days less, some can take couple of days more. Each day is worth about 2.5 to 3 hours of work. Clear ho gaya aapko yahan par? Okay. Okay, so this is the timeline required. Now look at this. 255 days is foundation GS. 50 days of answer writing. Okay. Oh. I missed out. Yes, sorry. Yeah. 240 days of optional. You add up 545 days. आपके पास days कितने हैं आपके पास? 330 days. And this is something you should know when you start off. Self-study, what do you think will take more time? Self-study or part of organized teaching? You tell me. What will take more time? If a part of self-study, you must do all the research yourself. कहाँ से पढ़ना है, क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. As a part of a class, I exactly know ये पढ़ो, ये मत पढ़ो. From this book, this page. From this book, this paragraph. So self-study में, you can add 30% more time. Add the minimum. Okay? So it's not impossible, but be realistic there. The time I'm giving you is part of what an institute gives you. आपको चाहिए इतना days. You have 330 days. What does this mean? This basically means don't go sequential. What is sequential? I'll finish GS and then I will do geography. I'll finish complete geography, then I will do answer writing. I'll finish GS, then I will do current affairs. ये नहीं होगा आपका. It means you are doing GS, बीच में घुसाओ answer writing in GS. You are doing geography, बीच में शुरू कर दो answers for geography. You have to do parallel work, which means your planning has to be very, very strong. See, none of this is random numbers. Okay, I said no, it's why this is, I think, the most important session in your preparation. आपको number task पता होना चाहिए. What's happening and why something is taking more time or less time. Okay, this is the conclusion here, which means, now this is, say you start from here, आप कर रहे हो optional. Parallelly you must start your GS. So एक दिन में आपका 2 class चलना ही चलना है. You have got no choice here. If you are planning for 25, for 26 ठीक है, you have some more time. If 25, optional and GS must happen together. If you start optional now, you finish off optional, then you must do optional mains preparation. Parallelly, your GS is going on. I said no, your cutoff is December, January. इसके बाद में exclusive prelims. While GS goes on, somewhere start off with GS answer writing. तो एक ऐसा time आएगा when you have got 3 classes running. And this is that maddening time. Like the month of October, November, December. It's actually crazy. Because if you don't go crazy here, this will come here. So when GS classes are running double class in the month of March, April, you can be 100% sure आप उस साल prelims नहीं निकाल सकेंगे आप. You need absolute prelims focus starting from January onwards. So if institutes or teachers or you are doing GS completion here, सभी ये बचा है, फिर उस साल का आपका पिट गया attempt. You can be 100% sure there. Because to revise this itself, you must put in 8 to 10 hours every day. Tests, revisions, current affairs, tests, revisions, current affairs. So you have no option but to go crazy here. The 3-4 months will be very, very tough. So that, and if you do not do it here, या तो यहां करोगे फिर यहां करोगे आप. So if you do it here, your mains gets compromised. So be I'll say aware of this thing, so that you can plan your process properly. All good here? Okay, let me move on. Though the 3 challenges, if I tell you in the preparation, is number 1, you do not know what to do, what not to do. Second problem is converge nahi hota hai. Your GS, current affairs, optionals, test series, okay, books reading, NCRTs, they don't converge well. And one reason why they don't converge well is you do not know the tasks. Imagine for some of you, okay, you are doing GS, but you have not read NCRTs at all. And I must, in the geography class, push you for that, no? Ki kar lo beta, zarurat aayegi aapko, kaam aayegi. An example of lack of convergence. You are doing current affairs, but not revising properly. Why? Because you're struggling some other class. So convergence is very, very important. Your timeline, and if you ask me, the best way to converge is divide your day into 3 parts. First half, second half, and late evenings after 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. The first half should be do all the classes. Yahan jana hai class, wahan jana hai class, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, finish off. All class over by your lunch time. Second half is the time for consolidation. Whatever aapne subah padha hua hai, synopsis, book reading, NCRTs, okay, tests maybe, whatever you want to do. And the last 2 hours before you sleep, you have to memorize something that you have done for the day. This is a classic way of converging your preparation. Okay. Yeah, correct. And I'll come back on that afterwards. Because you do not know, you can't converge, hence all the fear starts off. And I believe that most of you are well intentioned. Aap karna chahte ho. You want to study, but you do not know what to begin with, what to focus on. You do not know what will be your priority when. And lot of things are such, karne mein maza nahi aayega. But you must do it nevertheless. Somebody must keep on pushing you on that. Those are the concerns. So moving on from here. See, when you take up a tasks which are higher order tasks, okay, a very good question to ask is, why are you doing this? Ek hota hai na ki I'm in the morning, I'm mechanically getting ready. Brush up, comb, bath and come out. A mechanical work. A mechanical work that I have to clean my car, drive out and go. A mechanical work, I must go and cook. But agar task mein agar why dal dete ho, why am I getting ready? Just then I have to make an impression. I have to probably pitch my entrepreneurship startup idea. I'm driving the car because I must attend to a friend who I'm meeting after so many years. I better be on time. I'm cooking because it's not simply cooking. I want my guests to remember that they came to me for a party. Agar a why dal det, and the why is a very powerful why, the task becomes more engaging. A mother feeds a child not because khane ka time ho gaya khila do. There's a why there. Why? I love the child. How can he be sad? How can he not be healthy? How can he be crying? Oh, why aa jata hai. So your task while planning, if you want intensity, if you want sincerity, the why is a very powerful question. कि आप क्यों पढ़ रहे हो. Okay, and the simple task like your birthday party, take a route, time क्या है, drive a car, इसमें अगर why डाल देते हो कि purpose क्या है, the purpose is that I am not going to attend a birthday party alone. I am going to make somebody's day unforgettable. I am going to build memories. I am going to show my deep love and affection. I am going because I care for the person. आप impress कर रहे हो. फिर जब आप करोगे ना, the same task, it no longer be tiring task. So in your UPSC preparation, I said no, like a birthday party. If you can imagine, the party is much more than simply an event. The friends have got together, you have a great time, आप मिल रहे हो बहुत दिन के बाद में. Try the same for your preparations also. And the challenges की बात करते हैं आप. Examples ले लो आप. I have some examples. Divyanshu, you can search them. Rank 44. Lost his father 2 months before the examination. Rank 45, Anil. Father was a hawker, worked as a house help himself. Divyanshu, hearing and speech impaired. Preeti, bedridden after an accident. Umesh, okay, visually impaired. Tapasya, daughter of a farmer in MP. इनका सबका कहानी है नेट पे. Okay, if I move on, we have Jayant. Okay, 143, impaired and no finance resources. Kuldeep, son of a security guard. Ansar, father rickshaw driver, mother worked in fields. Okay, Saifi Hassan, mother sold rotis to fund his education. Okay, Prabhakaran, on the platforms, overcame poverty. ऐसे बहुत examples हैं. So every time you feel your life has challenges, okay, there are incredible stories how they managed. And if you ask me how they managed, hurdles होते हैं. The solution is jump over them. Okay, the solution is you face it and don't run away for it. Now to do that, I said the preparation is not simply a course completion. Remember this. The preparation is training of your mind. A reason है why the UPSC says if you want to become a bureaucrat, you better know the country's geography. You better know the country's history. You better know the country's social issues. You better know India's laws and constitution commitments. You better know the environmental problems. The course is not to trouble you. The course is to train you to become an effective civil servant, an effective decision maker. अगर आपको वो समझ में आ गया कि आप जो पढ़ रहे हैं, it's part of empowering you to become a good officer. Okay, your mindset. And that's where I bring this picture back. These guys were not simply soldiers. They were not any scientists. They were not any foolhardy people. They were people who believed in mission for themselves. A mission tha, okay, that they are going there, life, death, whatever. We'll try and do it. An exam of this level demands that type of a mindset. So people focus on course completion. I say no, you focus on developing a mindset first. The mindset is, okay, the mission approach and not transactional approach. What's transactional? Transactional is course कर लिया, किताब पढ़ लिया, notes लिख लिया. Okay, transactional is I paid the fees, I'm in the class. That is not study. Mission approach is, okay, you ensure that जो पढ़ा है याद हो गया, समझ में आ गया, and you are also understanding the implication of what you study. Go after it maniacally. The passion जो चाहिए, you need that in mind. So transaction नहीं करके get mission oriented. Example again, the mother feeding the baby is not transactional. Okay, it is mission oriented. Your father supporting you is not transactional. He genuinely cares for you. You getting ready is not simply put on a shirt. Okay, you have something in mind bigger than just a shirt on. So mission oriented, I say, don't just join a course. Don't just attend classes. And don't just want to become IAS officer. आप IAS बन के करना क्या? And this is a question which will trouble you even in the time of interview ultimately. So it is about that mindset thing. In Edukemy, this is one of the models I try to follow. I've done some sessions with you on newspaper readings. I'll do a bit more of that. We call this the UVA model, where your preparation is your personality, awareness, understanding, the leadership, and problem-solving approach. Personality is driven, intense, passionate. The understanding is deep, why things happen, how they happen. This is part of a leadership mission for you, that you want to solve some problem. How? That's the approach. So you, the why, okay, you understand your vision and approach. Most of us don't do this, we simply are completing course. आप आते हो क्लास में कोर्स करके चले जाते हो. But ask yourself, whatever you study, how is it impacting you in terms of personality? Some of you remember discussions we had on refugees, discussions we had on poverty issues, geography mein, discussions about environment when we have, okay, what should India do for Maldives? एक तो reactionary है, okay, and I gave an article to you. See, Rajko yaad aa raha hai? Rajgopal, that appreciation that our neighbors are not our vessels. Our neighbors, okay, are not, okay, as a dependent on us. If I have that mentality, somebody else will take them. Somebody else will, okay, fish on our troubled waters. That's your personality part. और questions ऐसे ही पूछे जाते हैं in terms of opinion building. Interview में, mains में भी. Okay. So think about the country, your contributions, your development. In your GS journey, ये बहुत important part है. Your emotional side. I want to shift you from simply course completion, simply, okay, making notes, to involve yourself emotionally in the process. Emotionally can only happen when you start digging in a bit more deeper and involve a bit more. जो marathon sessions आपके होते हैं ना, that is a part of your emotional thing. Can you sit for as much time intensely or not? There is an emotional side, acknowledge that. And the preparation को आपको suffering नहीं देखना है. Many of us curse GS कि क्या इतना सारा पढ़ाई करना पड़ता है, so much of writing, इतना सारा current affairs पढ़ना पड़ता है. You see the process as suffering. Your mindset thing, you have to change from there. Your preparation is part of your training. The preparation is part of your capacity building. The preparation is part of your development of personality. The preparation is part of equipping you to take right decisions. So it is not a suffering. You are not into a labor camp, and your suffering or your work is not meaningless. Okay? And for that, you have to develop trust in yourself. I can do it. Trust in a mentor. Trust in a process. So whatever numbers I gave you is for you to develop कि मेरा approach क्या होना चाहिए in a preparation. What should my approach be? What should be my faith in? I said, ये बहुत important है. Then when you start preparation, the preparation should start with, I will qualify in 25, not give an attempt in 25. I want a rank in 25, and for that, trust yourself and also have self-belief. Now, as a part of this exercise, I have a small questionnaire for all of you. Okay, I'll come to that eventually. So what I try to teach when I'm teaching is get the mindset thing. And that mindset thing comes with active learning. Now you understand why I stress on make a synopsis same day. Why I stress on, are you able to appreciate current affairs or not? Active learning is when you are involved. आप क्लास में बैठते हैं, what I teach, I am 100% sure कि 2.5 hours में, 3 hours में, you will switch off. Mind is not trained to concentrate continuously for 2.5, 3 hours. You will take breaks. You will switch off. You will get diverted. How you bring your mind back is, go back and read again, make summary sheets. Active learning is commitment. सर लिख दिया, अब सबमिट करा देते हैं. लिख दिया, I memorized it. So your active learning goes beyond your class hours. Okay, so, and the preparation, I would like to stress on this, all of you. There is understanding of the exam. There is understanding of the skills required. There is understanding of the approach. ये बहुत important है, which I've tried to seed you today with. Then you need to have some way of course completion. Course completion can be by self-study or with institutes. Course completion ka the only measure is, do you have notes or not? You have to have notes. Whatever topic of syllabus, something must be in the note form. Okay, so I spent good part of today explaining this. You must have this, but this is part active learning. This is mostly passive learning. I take a book, I read, and I make some jottings. I'm in a class, I'm taught, I take some notes. I see a YouTube video, okay, and I make some notes, or maybe keep a paper cutting. हम पढ़ तो रहे हैं. But that study is actually part active, because in this work, there's lot of physical effort, but the mental alertness is not 100%. आप notes ले रहे हो, YouTube देख रहे हो, okay? As I'm saying, it's part active. It is mostly passive learning. इसके बाद में you must shift towards active learning. Active learning means 100% okay, mental level concentration. इसमें कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है to lose track. This can have mechanically. सुबह उठ के क्लास जा रहा हूं, 5 बजे I'm listening to an iPod, I'm listening to some podcast. Okay, 8 बजे I have some newspaper reading session, I'm attending that. But to convert into active learning is synopsis writing, is answer writing, is memorization and recall. So the timeline I gave you was just for this. उसमें आपको add करना पड़ेगा all of this eventually. So the course we give you is give you notes, give you material, give you booklets. थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ भी लेते हो आप लोग. Tell what news is important. But from यहाँ से convert करना into active learning. So come back on this. Your post-class sessions are part of that active learning. कि क्लास खत्म कर लिया, अब हमारे साथ बैठो and finish a synopsis work. Finish करके give me proof of that, submit it please. I may check, may not check, वो अलग बात है, but submit it for our evaluation tracking work. They give you case studies. Use the case study into your answers. That's active learning. So we insist on this component, okay, and convergence. Now see again, I do not know how to put it any more softly. Going to any class means class itself 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Getting ready for the class is another 1.5, 2 hours. After class, going back is another 1.5, 2 hours. कोई class के आगे पीछे इतना time पक्का जाएगा. So if you have a class in the morning and then a class in the evening, okay, you are booked for 8 hours of your day. And to do active learning with that is almost impossible. So for most of you, आप course तो कर लेते हो, active learning happens the year after next. Okay? What I suggest by convergence is 3 things. Number 1, GS optional current affairs एक साथ होना चाहिए, not one after another. It's a struggle, so be it. Okay, that's how we said keep at least 1 or 2 days every week for current affairs, every day GS and every day optionals. So you're converging the 3 things together. One convergence. Second convergence, all the passive learning in one half and all the active learning another half. Divide na karo. Start your day at 8 o'clock, 3 hours GS, okay. Then 2 or 3 hours optional, lunch break, passive is over. Or start the day with optional, okay. Sath switch karo into GS, lunch, passive is over. Second half is only active. The third type of convergence you require is, wherever possible, okay, get into one institute. Uska reason simple hai. Every institute will do an incomplete work. Nobody will have 100% coverage. It's a wrong expectation. 1. It doesn't matter actually. Second, every institute will have their own method of study. Same dais, if another teacher comes, वो कुछ और बोलेंगे and वो भी सही बोल रहे होंगे. But he is speaking from his experience. I speak from my experience. कोई third आएगा, उसका अलग experience होगा. So imagine how it changes across institutes. So converge GS preparation, converge timelines, and converge institutes. And that's why I insist, if you can trust me on this, I said no, we are not perfect here. But geography अगर मेरे साथ है, then stick with me for GS. Or wherever you go to GS, वहीं पर do your optional also there. So if you have faith in a teacher there for geography, join geography there. If you have the faith in pol science or anthropology, वहीं join करो. And ensure that the time is put into one slot. So that is and the fourth convergence is active and passive learning. Beyond a point, the active learning is difficult to do when you are doing alone. Because mind thak jata hai. You tire off. You must have a sense of competition. Out of 10 days, you will need somebody to push you for at least 3 or 4 days. ताकि बाकी 6 दिन आप momentum में चलें. So convergence is, okay, I said one is converge GS, optional, current affairs together. Second convergence is slot time. First half, passive studies. Second half, active studies. Third convergence, go to one center, one place, whoever you trust, and stick on there. The fourth convergence is you need to have an organized process that gives you the active learning also. Simple thing like आपको dates मिल जाना चाहिए. Like I'm doing for some of you there. कि by 5 days I want polity done, 3 days I want history done, and you are seeing some of you are submitting. Most will not, because most, trust me, are not in the race, at least not now. आप आ तो गए हो, अभी रेस में घुसे नहीं हो आप करोगे, अगले साल करोगे. The grind you have to go through. So it's up to you decide how you'll phase out the preparation, okay, timeline, or in terms of your months. So convergence is important. Okay. Now what I have done is, all of you online also and offline, I would like to scan this. I have a list of questions for you. Part of the questions are about what can we pitch for you that benefits you, and from this we will have a lucky draw also, where some of you will get the book that we wrote. Some of you got it, others have not. I will give it to you free of cost. And I think that book I have written with a lot of passion, how to prepare for UPSC. So just submit it. Yeah. So offline students, we are giving you the QR code. अगर ये नहीं हो रहा है, online students, please scan this. It will not take you more than 2, 3, 4 minutes. Okay. Basically, आप attempt कब दे रहे हो? आपका GS हुआ है, नहीं हुआ है? Do you need mentorship or not? Which topic am I covering, Piyush? Okay, welcome to the class. Time management for working professionals. Bilal, you must get in touch with us for us to know how much time you have. Most of the working professionals can give time only in the weekends. And we don't have a weekend class as of now. I know, okay, Shaikh, aap sirf nahi ho. Most people don't clear prelims because of this problem. Phillips, not possible to discuss that in quick short duration right now. Have you all scanned the QR code? Pass kar do jaldi se. Pass it on there. Monthly plan, Shivam, will share once we get your registrations. I'll share one planner with all of you. I will do that. I gave a sense of timelines already to all of you. Okay, nice. Online students, can you all also take time to fill up this form, please? In syllabus analysis, you must memorize syllabus and also find out what type. Achha, give me 2 minutes, I'll explain that to you, Bhavani. Offline, have you all got the QR code now? And we'll pick up names from that. Nitish? But I may finish, they'll tell me which names are the lucky draws, online and offline. We have a couple of books online and a couple of books offline also. Yeah, you fill up the form, your names we will take up. Okay, to give you the books. I'll come to that, Dhananjay. Just give me some time. I'll take 10 minutes more, then we are done. Offline, all done? Anybody needs more time? Not working, Shubham? ऐसा होना तो नहीं चाहिए. Try again. It's working for all of the others. Fill the form. Dhananjay, I'll come to that. Offline, anybody needs more time, raise your hand. Okay, kar lijiye please. Online, are you all done? Form filled, okay. Yes, I give lot of importance to this post-course and post-class. I'll come to that, Dhananjay. Just give me 2-3 minutes more. I'll come to that. Can you all confirm online? All of you done? Those on the YouTube, if you also have done, let me know, please. Okay, I think offline all done. Anybody needs more time for it? Okay, fine. So here we go. Now listen. This is December 24 and January 25. And this is the month of May. You have your prelims. This is maybe July, August of 24. This is the best time to do answers writing and a deep study, which is mains centric. Okay, you can all note this point down. ये जो टाइम है फ्रॉम जुलाई अगस्त 24 से लेकर दिसंबर तक अप्रोक्सीमेटली ओके 5-6 months. Okay, August, September, October, November, December. You are allowed July also. Best time to do answer writing and deep study. Because if you do deeply here, the same momentum you take forward towards prelims. Okay. So you are doing mains, all thorough work, memorization, current affairs, writing, analysis. The same content आप switch करते हो towards the prelims exclusive. At Edukemy, we call this program as the PSP program, Prelim Support Program. And this program is the GS Advanced course. This is also the Geography Enrichment course. Okay. What I would want is, ideally speaking, the foundation course should have got over maybe 3 or 4 months before this. Ideally. So you began maybe last March, or you began last Feb, आपने खत्म कर दिया by Feb March. This time is the time for your GS and for geography consolidation. This is lot of active study. Ideally. But some of you are still having GS going on here. Some of you still have geography going on here. Some of you will begin GS now. तो आपका GS तो पूरा चलेगा यहाँ पर. So those who have finished GS, I'm talking about foundation course. Remember, foundation is not same as this. All institutes जो आपके पास 200-250 दिन का कोर्स है, it's impossible they can teach you answer writing in that. वो possible ही नहीं है. That 200 days, the foundation course, approximately 200, 250, in some case 280 जो classes होते हैं. These classes are essentially course completion and notes making, which is partly active, but it is mostly passive. While the course is going on, it's impossible somebody can teach you the mains levels of answer writing. It's impossible that you can do all of this integration for answer writing. So this is called as foundation. You have another sessions, which is your advanced enrichment classes, where all of this is consolidated you are taught answer writing and given the tests. Know this distinction very sharply कि exactly यहाँ क्या हो रहा है और यहाँ पर क्या चल रहा है. Some of them offer one more course which is your basic course, which is largely NCERT, map work, some basic writing. This is not the actual preparation. Some take 1 month, some take 3 months, twice a week, thrice a week. This is just keeping you as a student and start the process. Actual padhai yahan shuru hoti hai and the actual active one starts here. Now go back and check here. The foundation khatam ho raha hai. Okay, then you should have 4 to 5 months where you consolidate. Now this is something we are trying to do for all of you. Once geography gets over, don't leave me. Be part of our courses where I can train you, mentor you, revise kar lete hain, kitab pad lete hain, NCERT pad lete hain. Finish this off. The same for GS. Because when the classes go on, it's maddening. Bahut kaam kar nahi pa, I understand this. So give yourself this time, what I call as the consolidation time. But those who are beginning with GS now, फिर आपके पास ये luxury नहीं है. ये luxury तब होगा when you plan for 26. But ठीक है. For you, the GS foundation goes on, and while this goes on, we'll also introduce your GS answer writing. While geography is going on, for most of you, I'll finish geography somewhere in the month of July or June for some of you. You'll have 2-3 months to consolidate. That's good enough. For geography with me, you'll have no issues. But GS will be a challenge if you're preparing for 25 and be okay with it. And I always give a chance. Start the work. If you can't cope up with it, then be honest and say, yaar, let me do it properly. Maybe switch for 1 more year. But if you're committed 25 कि देना है, फिर ये सब करके आप examination दें. That's why when I ask you कि आपने 25 क्या सोच decide किया है, most of you have no answer. Did you study the syllabus? Have you seen the process? Do you know the timelines? Do you know the books to be read? क्या सोच के plan कर 25 करते हो plan? ऐसा नहीं 25 सोच लिया तो हो गया. No, you must go after it in that case. If you ask me, 25 is very much possible. For those finishing GS now, आपके लिए तो 100% possible है. For those who are starting GS now, you have to be very, very planned, organized, and be ready for the intense preparation. So I'll tell you what I have in mind here. So what I am planning for is, okay, जिसका geography finish हो रहा है और GS खत्म हो रहा है. Okay, in this session, we will have synopsis writing, we will have advanced content reading. ये सब self work है, guided by me. Okay, you'll have current affairs. You also will have lot of articles reading from some journals. But much of this is mentored. Much of this is part of an organized timetable. And from August, July onwards, you come into the advanced course. And I want to offer this as a part of this. I have struggled for this year's advanced course. Because बच्चे advanced course में आ गए, but उनका foundation control में नहीं था. So ultimately, I ended up teaching some of them the foundation content in the advanced class. Sir, history याद नहीं है. Sir, polity याद नहीं हुआ. चल रहा था parallel. Sir, I have not done the newspaper properly. So when I must teach you mains level, I am actually helping you revise here. For this year, I don't want the same mistake from my side. So that's one option you have. Anyways, having said that, I am going back towards your preparation should be mission oriented, not mechanical transaction. आप सोचें आपको क्या करना है, कब तक खत्म करना है. Okay. The journey of transformation. Why? Because it is not for those who want a convenient preparation. आराम से नहीं होने वाला. This preparation requires lot of resolve, commitment. Like you have to be hard-skinned, thick-skinned, not faint-hearted. And I believe this. Go for the rank. Mindset should not be, यार भगवान एक बार प्रीलिम्स निकाल दे. Okay. भगवान ने कहा ठीक है निकल जा. मेंस फंस गए. भगवान मेंस निकलवा दो. जा निकल गया. इंटरव्यू रेडी नहीं हो. भगवान says come back to prelims in that case. तो दुआ भी जो मांगो ना, कंप्रिहेंसिव दुआ मांग रहे हो, इंटीग्रेटेड दुआ मांग रहे हो. भगवान जी मुझे रैंक चाहिए और मेरे स्टेट में मेरे जिला में पोस्टिंग चाहिए. Okay, with a very good boss, the best project. ऐसे दुआ मांगो. Okay, all other things will be taken care of. ठीक है? So go for the ranks, follow up process. Okay, and how we can help? I told this to you. As a part of my favorite work, I love the work is when I'm mentoring you. Course completion is very one-way interaction. But the mentorship comes when I'm discussing answers. Remember, we do that exercise of mains answers. Some of you have done that. Synopsis writing or reading of the books. Okay, kitab khol ke ye page dekhen, wo page na dekhen. That's where I can support you and I can help you with. And one thing I am encouraging all of you, I don't know if you got the page or not, online students and you also, take a pledge for yourself. All of this might look like a melodrama, but believe me, it has an impact. हम जब कहते हैं पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होके we take a pledge. When you join service, you will take a pledge. Okay, it's a very symbolic thing, but a very powerful thing. You take a pledge, you write it down somewhere, और चिपका देना आगे. This is my pledge. I will do whatever it takes to qualify. So we wrote down something here, okay, which I thought I'll give it to you also on your way out. Yes. Online students, yes, we are getting you the PDF. करो, बताओ कैसे? हाँ? एंड शो करना पड़ेगा. बताओ. हाँ? ये वाला. In the website. Online students, go to Edukemy website. There is a mission IAS 24 लिखा है 25. Okay. वहां पर एक pledge document है. You take a print out. I repeat. No, don't take a screenshot. Go to Edukemy website. Okay. On the top there is one mission IAS 24 लिखा है. Okay. For this year's, for you it will be 25. You take the certificate. Okay, you can change the dates or rewrite whatever. Offline students, आप ले जाओ घर में लिखकर फ्रेम करके रख देना अपने सामने. It reads, I, your full name, take an oath, commitment to realization of my dream to become IAS officer and serve the nation. I'll welcome challenges with open arms, knowing they will make me stronger. I will not be discouraged by failed plans, but will adapt and innovate to reach my destination. My road to success will be complete only once I am victorious and proud. This is my life's moment, the deepest desire, and I will always strive for excellence in all that I do. So, do it. अगर आपको ये ड्रामा लगता भी है, still do it. Now, everything life ultimately symbolic है. Now, that act where I put a garland and she puts a garland, okay, और मेरे साथ रहूंगा, तुम्हारे साथ चलूंगा, ये सब क्या है? It's a part of verbalizing a commitment. आप ना माने अलग बात है, that's a different thing. So I'll suggest take it seriously. Okay, seriously लो. There will be friends who will laugh at you, snigger at you, qualify कर जाओगे, यही चीज they'll tell कि यार उसने ऐसा किया था. Okay, so don't be concerned about what people think. You do whatever you can to drive yourself with intensity. I repeat, online students, go to Edukemy website. There is a mission IAS 24 का button वहां पर है, link है. You'll get a PDF. Download that. Take a color printout if you can. Write your name and promise yourself you'll give it a try. और frame का रख लेना. So all of you, please do this. I want to end the workshop on a small story and see if you can appreciate it. The story is, there is this young man who goes to a saint, to a rishi in the forest. And the young man is a prince. And goes to him and tells him, you are a very wise man, a very powerful man. Give me the secret of how to succeed in life. The rishi listened to him, said nothing, and did his own work. He is a prince. He's come from the city, from the palace. Baitha raha, kuch nahi bola rishi ji ne. Evening, sunset, I've come very far. I have to go back home. Please tell me the secret of success. He says nothing, goes, eats, gives him a plate to eat, and goes and sleeps. The prince is tired. If come so far, let me again wait for some time more. Next day morning, the rishi is again out praying. Rishi ji, I am so and so. I am the son of the king. I am a prince. You are a learned man. Give me the secret of success. The rishi says again nothing. He is doing his own work, puja, gardening, some farming, whatever he has. This goes on for 2 or 3 days. And the prince becomes very angry then. I am the son of a ruler here. And for the last 2 or 3 days, I am trying my best to get some answers from you. और आप जो हैं कुछ भी नहीं बता रहे मुझे. And you're doing your work and ignoring me. The rishi said, come with me. Come with me. He goes to the river. Says, पानी के अंदर आओ मेरे साथ में. And he says, repeat what you want. He says, I want to know the secret of success. The rishi catches him, and rishi is a strong man. Catches him, puts him under the water. And holds him there for a couple of seconds. And the young prince is desperate, trying to escape. He brings him out. Are you feeling fine? He can't speak. He again pushes him back again. He's again struggling. He again pulls him out. 3 or 4 times he does this, and the prince is absolutely suffocated now, almost dying. He says, should I put you in again? He says no. Says, request very earnestly. He says, please leave me. Then he said, this is your success secret, which is the desperation to succeed. When I push inside the water, your desperation to come out, no? कि कुछ भी हो जाए, I want to breathe. So the success का secret यही होता है, how desperate you are. And the desperation calls for intensity, involvement, never die attitude. Don't give up even if you are failing behind. You keep at it, ek din, second day, third day, fourth day. Eventually, it becomes a part of your life and routine and habit. So the success story is be desperate. So that's the workshop for GS. I went on for about 20 minutes more than I should have. Thanks for joining in. The results. So the books हैं? Okay. So online students, we will dispatch the books to you on your address. We'll call you up. Your email हमारे पास है. So online students who are getting the books from us is Tripti Sharma. Okay, can you give me the book? So this is the book that I wrote with my partner friend. Some of you are part of the session also. And I think it's a good book to initiate yourself with. with all my honesty, with all my sincerity, my all experience, I wrote this to help you there. So Tripti Sharma, Nadia Mary, Shubham Singh, Arpita Layal, and Mazhar Imam. I repeat, Tripti Sharma, Nadia Mary, Shubham Singh, Arpita Layal, and Mazhar Imam. We'll dispatch the books to you. My wishes to you, all the best. And do write back to us about whatever inputs you have from the learnings. Offline, the 5 of you get the books. You can come and take the book also. One is Tejinder Mohan. Tejinder Mohan? Yes. My wishes. Bless you. Anna Sharma. My wishes to you. Lakshmi Priya. Now, my wishes. Priyadarshini Parida. Priyadarshini? Okay. आपने खरीद लिया? Okay, then you can give that back to us. Okay, fine. Maybe give it to your friend if you want to give it. And Anubhav Singh. Anubhav Singh. My wishes, bless you. Of course. Of course. So, okay then, that's for today. I'll brief you on the planner eventually. Today's session was more on the mindset part and how you must plan. So, we have 5 minutes of break. By 1:30, I'll start the geography class. Okay, whatever time I have, 40 minutes or 35 minutes, we'll do it. So, online, thank you. The class guys stay back. The rest, okay, thank you for being part of the process. Bye. Your name is? आप रजिस्टर किया होगा क्लास में? That's why. So the form submissions online हुई थी ना? That's how we got your names there. Yes. So you can take it, okay, from us here itself.